Welcome to the quick start tutorial to MonstroCity, a real-time monster smashing board game from Vesuvius Media and Alpha Dog Games. Games can be played from 1 to 4 players ages 12 and up in about 20 to 30 minutes. If this is your first time playing MonstroCity, you need to assemble some of the pieces of the game. There are 3 types of buildings: common buildings with gray rooftops, turrets with red rooftops, and special buildings with purple rooftops. To assemble a building, you need to attach the body to a base and a corresponding rooftop. At the end, you should have 12 common, 8 turrets, and 4 special buildings. The game board is played in the middle of the play area. The board has 9 different sections called city blocks, each where 4 buildings can go. Next, place the city board next to the game board and place both the threat level marker and the round marker on the first position. Take the police board and place it adjacent to the game board and place 12 police cars on each slot of the board. Individually, shuffle all the card decks for reinforcements, retaliation, and event. The youngest player will now choose their monster. Each monster will come with its player board, miniature, a health and rage token set at full, 4 custom dice, and 15 damage tokens. Note the monster's health, rage ability, the monster's speed, and the attribute that goes into detail in the rulebook. The Town Hall building is placed in the middle of the board in one of the 4 spots. Then it's time to place the rest of the buildings. Make sure to set up the rest of the buildings. So there will be 12 common buildings, 8 turrets, and 3 special buildings. Starting with the turrets, place one randomly on one of the 4 spaces in a city block that doesn't have a turret already on it. Next, place common buildings in the same manner, starting with city blocks that doesn't already have a building on it. Then finally, place the special buildings in the same way as the common buildings. Alright, that takes care of setup. Now let's go ahead and start smashing! In the game, you'll have to defeat the evil Dr. Spotnik by destroying all the buildings in the city in 5 rounds in order to win the game. This tutorial will cover the co-op mode of the game. You can also enjoy both the competitive and turn order variants found in the back of the rulebook. There are 5 phases in each round: spawn phase, police phase, retaliation phase, rampage phase, and cleanup phase. During the spawn phase, if any monster is not on the board, the player needs to place their monster on a space with this symbol. If your monster needs to spawn because it was killed, it comes with max health. In the police phase, police cars will be placed on the board. There are 16 crossroads with the police light symbol labeled with numbers 1 through 16. Each time this phase comes up, the game will spawn a number of police cars equal to the number of players in the game, starting with the rightmost car from the police station board. If 2 police cars are in the rightmost space, choose the bottom one first. When the players are placing the cars on the board, they first start on the lowest space that does not already have a police car on it. So if 1, 2, 3, and 5 have police cars and you need to spawn 4 cars, you spawn on spaces 4, 6, 7, and 8. As police cars on the board are placed, the threat level increases with the highest number revealed on the police station board. When police cars are destroyed, they are placed back on the police station board, starting on the left. Next is the retaliation phase. Here, you'll be drawing cards from the retaliation deck equal to the city's defense level. To find the city's defense level, find the row on the threat level marker on the city board. Whichever row the threat marker is on, the current defense will be the one on the left. When you know the defense level, retaliation cards will be drawn and resolved one at a time equal to the defense level. So if you have a threat level of 13, which makes the defense level 2, you'll draw 2 cards this round. Retaliation cards usually don't help the players. Some cards will have an X for an effect, which means the number of players that are in the game. If you need to draw cards and the retaliation deck is empty, simply create a new one by shuffling the cards from the discard pile. Now it's time to Rampage. In the Rampage phase, all players will be rolling and re-rolling their 4 dice in a 2-minute time limit as fast as they can and as much as they like. Everyone rolls simultaneously, all 4 dice, resolving each one they roll until time is up. Each player must resolve any of their dice in any order one at a time. Once the timer goes off, all players stop what they're doing and move on to the next phase. There are 5 different outcomes on the die. If you roll the police light, you lose health equal to the current police threat level. The city outcome will cause you to lose health equal to the current city threat level plus all the turret levels that are in range to their damage. Turrets that are in range are ones that your monster is adjacent to in a city block, including any that are next to a crossroad. You may be even targeted by up to 4 turrets at once. For each combat you roll, you can inflict 1 point of damage on an opposing target. Damage to buildings are placed on top of its rooftop, and each building's health depends on the number of players that are in the game. Police cars have 1 health each, and blocking items have 4 health each. When you roll a rage, you gain a rage in which you raise the rage counter by 1 on your player board. When you have maxed out your rage, you can move your counter down to 0 at any time during this phase to use your monster's special ability. When you roll an energy, you can either gain 1 health, gain 1 rage, or move your monster. You move equal to the number of your monster's speed. When moving, you move orthogonally, up, down, left, or right. Monsters may not move through obstacles such as police cars, buildings, and other blocking items. You can go through obstacles if your monster has the fly ability. The last phase of each round is the cleanup phase. First, adjust the city threat level. For each building that was destroyed this turn, increase it by the threat level which can be found on the buildings card on the right side. Those buildings are also removed from the game and return any damage counters from them to their players. When moving the threat marker, if you enter a space with Dr. Spotnik, draw a retaliation card and resolve it. When you enter a space with Maddie Newton, place a reinforcement card and resolve it. Some effects will have you spawn items on the board. Place these items on the spawning spots on the board. The medkit and energy are items that don't block movement and have helpful effects. The medkit will restore 5 health points up to your max, and energy will max out your rage. Remove these items from the board after using them. Second thing to do in the cleanup phase is spawn events. During rounds 2, 3, and 4, a threat icon appears on the round tracker. These may spawn blocking items in the city or empty road spaces. When an item needs to spawn and the space is not completely empty, then it will spawn to the next closest road space towards the city center. Next step is to check the win-lose conditions. If it's the 5th round or at the end of any round where all buildings are destroyed, the players move to the game end phase. If not, and it's not the last round, the players move the round tracker to the next spot and try to destroy the city once again in another round. When you reach the game end phase, it's time to see how well you did, based on 3 goals. You gain a star if you destroyed the town hall, destroy all the buildings on the board, or manage to finish the game by the end of round 4. Do you think you're able to obtain all 3 stars? This concludes the quick start tutorial to MonstroCity. For more information about this game and others, please check out VesuviusMedia.com and AlphaDogGames.com. I also like to thank Vesuvius Media for sponsoring this video. And thanks for watching. For more how to play videos and reviews on board and card games, come visit the Cardboard Stacker. Subscribe to this channel and please give us a thumbs up. This is Ferdinand the Cardboard Stacker reminding you to keep on stacking games.